Well, okay. Rest in peace. Shane Van Gisbergen, number 88 card, 2025 to 2025. Yeah, so this hat here is no longer outdated. So yeah. I know why they did it, but it's still just kind of funny. But Connor Zilisch will be in the 88 next year. Shane Van Gisbergen in the number 97. And Ross Chastain, they threw in this announcement just for the fun of it, I guess. So Trackhouse revealed their 2026 number lineup this morning, their car number lineup. Ross Chastain will still be in the number 1. I don't think that was any question, but Trackhouse, just to equal it out, have all their drivers reveal their numbers. They did a little bit of a, not even a tribute, but they did a reveal where they had someone important write a letter telling them what number they're going to be in 2026. So Ross Chastain, Justin Marks wrote the letter saying, hey, you were our first winner. You made our first Championship 4 appearance. You have done so much for this organization, the Hail Melon, like all these different things that Chastain has done. Then they went over to Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch was told by Dale Earnhardt Jr., former driver of the number 88 in the Cup Series. And then Shane Van Gisbergen, his letter was from his father because they both raced number 97. And of course, SVG's number 97 is from his supercar days and his other motorsport adventures. So as I said, Chastain, we don't really need to touch on that. The only thing I'm going to say is, because we haven't done a full-blown video, is that they did confirm the crew chief lineup. They confirmed Chastain's a couple days ago, but Brandon McSwain, who was the engineer on the 24 car, or one of the engineers on the 24 car, has come over to Trackhouse to replace Phil Surgeon as the crew chief. Surgeon will remain at Trackhouse in some sort of other role. And then Connor Zilisch, we already knew that Randall Burnett would be the crew chief for that car. We now know his number. It's going to be number 88. My first question, are they going to tweak up the paint schemes a little bit? Because Zilisch and SVG both have Red Bull. They both have WeatherTech. And if they just run the same paint scheme they ran this year, like, it might be a little bit confusing. Maybe I'm just too dumb, but it's going to be like, oh, there goes SVG. Wait, oh, right, that's Zilisch this year. That's going to be a little bit confusing next year, I guess. Hopefully not. Hopefully they spice it up, tweak it up, do some things. I mean, the WeatherTech and Red Bull schemes are nice, but just so we know it's Zilisch and we don't do this mix-up thing. But yes, Connor Zilisch adds his name to the legendary drivers who have driven the number 88. Jeff Gordon, of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Shane Van Gisbergen this past year. 1 year in the car, 5 wins on road courses, second longest win streak on road courses, most wins by a rookie. So for the second straight year, the number 88 is a rookie car. That's another little note on this. Also, Connor Zilisch in the 87. 2 starts. We're figuring out so much of this at the same time, of what is not going to exist anymore and how much, like, it's going to be the trivia question in like 20 years. But Zilisch is going to get an opportunity to add his name to the legacy. Of course, this was the biggest question mark with the numbers. Were they going to keep the 99 car? Were they going to go with 87 because 87 has that attachment to Red Bull? Or were they going to potentially give SVG the 97, give Zilisch the 88 because he's already been in the 88, keep the branding consistent? Well, they went with the consistent branding. They're going to keep Zilisch in the 88. So good news for you if you're a Connor Zilisch fan and you have a bunch of Junior Motorsports gear of Connor Zilisch number 88. You don't have to return that, or you don't have to put it to the side. You can keep it. If you have a WeatherTech 88 hat, bam, there you go. Now, if you're a Shane Van Gisbergen fan and you bought a bunch of 88 gear, you might need to get some new gear. Obviously, the personal attachment to that 97 for Shane Van Gisbergen. In terms of NASCAR, I think this is a pretty big deal because I think this is like the first time the 97 has been run since Kurt Busch ran it. Oh, no. Nope, not quite. According to the internet, it appears that there was a 97 car maybe in 2018. Okay, so not quite Kurt Busch, but before that, it was Kurt Busch. It's most known for Kurt Busch in recent memory. Kurt Busch won a championship back in 2004. Roush Fenway Racing has had that number for a while. There's no like legal requirement to numbers, I don't think, but it's usually, you know, if you want a team number, you're going to go to that team who used to have it, ask respectfully, hey, can we run this number to continue its legacy? And the team approves or denies, and you usually do what they do. Like, that's what they did with the 88 last year. They went to Hendrick Motorsports, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and they said, hey, we know this number means a lot to you guys. Dale Jr., we know this number has a lot of meaning to you. Can we run this in the Cup Series next year with Shane? They said yes. So I'm sure they went to Roush. But that means the 99's available. Speaking of Roush, RFK, if you guys want to get a fourth part-time car, run the 99, get Carl Edwards for a race. That would make a lot of people excited. Don't get your hopes up. But didn't Trackhouse one time say they wanted to like book in the Cup Series with 1 in 99? Well, anyways, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. That's it. No, that's not it. I lied. That's not it. Corey Day will be running the number 17 car in Xfinity full-time next season. This is a big deal for Corey Day. Ran on a part-time schedule this year. Hendrick 17 car just kind of scattered everywhere. They'll race one race with Chase Elliott. They'll go 1 or 2 with Larson, or they'll go with Bowman. They'll go with Byron. Then they just kind of randomly throw in some Corey Day races. That's what last year was. And I think Raja ran a race. And then a couple years ago, Boris Said ran a race in this car. Well, they're going to make it full-time in 2026. Corey Day will be in it. He will have a shot at an Xfinity Series title. Of course, that's a big deal for him. That's going to be a top-tier car. Hendrick, they have the alliance with JRM. Like, that is going to be a really good opportunity. Corey Day, it was a rough start to his Xfinity season, but he started to pick it up by the end. Was much more competitive at all different types of tracks. So I'm curious to see how he's going to do next year. Obviously, the backing from Hendrick cars as well. And then Parker Retzlaff was announced to the Viking Motorsports 99. That's not really a shock because I think they accidentally spoiled that a few days ago. So thanks for watching this video. Now I'm done. And speaking of Shane Van Gisbergen, tomorrow we're going to do like a rookie review, season review for all you Aussie and Kiwi followers. We'll talk about his rookie season, break it down. And then Sunday is one of my favorite days of the year because we go back, look at my preseason preview and predictions video, and we laugh at how bad my preseason predictions were. It's really fun. Trust me. Like, I'm just an idiot. Oh, yeah. Also, Trackhouse confirms Steven Doran's going to continue as crew chief of the A97.